All right, I had to get in early this morning to get this all together because these games were last night. Central Catholic, we talked about getting the win over Fremont Ross. Southview took on Rogers last night to earn their way to this district final matchup. And here we are, Central Catholic, Southview, the 1 seed, the 2 seed in the district. And for Central, it's a lot of the last couple of weeks been fighting the injury bug, right? They've had Carruthers miss some games. They've had Manny Johnson dinged up. But when they're healthy and when they're playing well, they are a formidable and scary team. Isaiah McRussell, 18 points in that win last night. And for Southview, it was the Brandon Ingram show against Rogers. 27 points, 6 triples. And that was another one that was really good at the half. And then Southview pulled away, especially in the third quarter, setting up a juicy final matchup.
Scary team, Southview. Central, hey, listen.
Yeah.
I watched them last night. Brandon Ingram is an outstanding player. 𝗦𝗫𝘀, and Coach Springs does a good job. He's been around for a while, too. He has this uncanny ability to get his players to not only play hard, but they like him. Every team he's coached, from
Coach
Owens.
Care about him. You want to play hard for him.
Yes, to wherever he's been, his guys love him. But Central Catholic, they're going to be ready. You know, Isaiah McRussell, we talk about him all the time. He's a great player. Kennard, Wardrop. The question is going to be, is Manny Johnson, you know, can he – I know he has a little issue going on with his, I believe, his heel. Okay. So they want to sit him out the last few games to say, hey, let's get you ready for this this stretch. Yeah. So if they're all together, I think it's going to be a good game. I really do.
Yeah, Manny Johnson, a guy that provides defense, which you need if you're facing Brandon Ingram, right? Justin, what you got?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, he had 27 points last night. And looking at Southview's schedule, they are now 20-4.
Yep.
A few of their losses, Perrysburg and Whitmer, the top 2 teams in the Buckeye division within the NLL, and then 2 City League teams. They lost to Rogers 46-40, and then they lost to Start 75-58. So they avenged a loss from the regular season to Rogers. And quite honestly, of all the games last night, I was surprised at the final score in this one because
it was a 1-point game at the half.
Correct. And then they took it to him. You see Dennis Springs making any type of adjustments. But just for the fact that they lost by 6, to see it completely reversed and then some was a little surprising. But hats off to Dennis Springs. And the Southview team has a number of players. Jaron 𝗦𝗫𝘀 was just on the outside of our top 10 first-team All-BCSN voting. Yep. You got Will Mazies, who's kind of a been there, done that type of varsity player and increased his role.
Glue guy.
Yeah, he's increased his role each and every year for the Cougars. Damian Clay, Adam LaPlaw, Brandon Ingram, we already mentioned. So a number of guys that can contribute and, quite honestly, I think match the athleticism in some cases. If you stack up top five for Central Catholic versus Southview, I think Central Catholic will have a little bit more athleticism. But in a game like this, where the district title is on the line,
neutral setting,
Central Catholic hasn't had a ton of experience this deep into the postseason with their current roster.
Sure.
I think Southview, if they man up and if they bring the intensity level from the get-go, as opposed to saying, oh my gosh, we got Manny Johnson, Isaiah McRussell, 2 D1 guys, what are we going to do? If that's the mentality from the tip, it might not be in the favor of Southview. But I think this game has the chance to be competitive till the end.
This is where Central says, you know what? We've played so many tough teams. We've hung in there, and we're going to come ready for battle. They are definitely battle-tested.
Yeah.
You know, playing against that Detroit Catholic League, which we say it all the time. It's probably one of the toughest leagues probably in the country, if we're being honest, with all the good players that they have. So I'm excited for this game, and I know they are too.
That'll be 6 p.m. this Friday on the BCSN Plus app. Make sure you're there to check it out when the Irish and the Cougars match up.